Hey guys, welcome to Enter the Gungeon with Pheasant. This is just a little playthrough I did a while ago, and just wanted to put some light on the game and how great it is, even though it's quite difficult, especially when you have to restart. But basically, the point of this game is to go through the 5 levels and collect weapons and items as you get through it, and eventually beat the dragon. Basically, I go from room to room, taking on a bunch of different enemies that are really coolly made. But I'm actually starting here in the secret second floor chamber, the Oubliette, where I'm going to take on the Slime King. There are a lot of bosses in this game that can really be quite tricky, but it's really just, you gotta be repetitive and try to learn the movements of how they're playing and how they shoot. So we're coming up here on the boss of the floor, so we definitely gotta prepare for that by going to the market and seeing what kind of stuff we can get. Yeah, I'm hesitating hard. The pink Gungeon stone is one of the many items that are pretty useful with giving me an extra heart. This should really help me out in the fight. So during this fight, pretty early on, it's not terrible, but you just gotta dodge the projectiles he shoots at you, along with using your roll, which is really strong in this game. You need to use it almost constantly, but if you roll too early, too late, it can cause for issues. But as you see during this clip, it's quite an easy fight, as I've beaten this guy several times along overall luck that with the weapons I've been given so far. Taking that hit right there was not good for me, as if you go a whole level without taking a single heart of damage, you'll get an extra heart at the end of a level known as a level bullet. These are crucial because as you move farther up, you really need those extra hearts for the dragon. And there he goes. It wasn't too bad at all, and he even has a little buddy, which kind of comes out of him. But we get a little bit of loot at the end, with a new gun, the Colt, which is a pretty decent gun. But of course, I gotta kill him. We're gonna grab that key on the way out as we look out and grab the armor, which is needed for the next floor for another extra armor slot. As we enter the true second chamber, the level will be overall easier, as the enemies tend to not be too difficult. Right here we actually got pretty unlucky, as we ran into a little mini boss who likes to cause havoc along the way of your dungeon run. But this guy is honestly pretty easy, no real issues, but once again you really need to get the pattern down in order to beat any of these bosses. Just like that, there goes another. As we continued exploring this floor, we found the crest room, which is where we place the crest upon the altar, which will help us continue to a next level. As we continue on, you'll see special areas such as those two hearts where I try to get into a secret room. You need to use blanks in order to do so, which you only have so many blanks per level, so it's smart to save them for when you need them during a boss fight. As we enter the second arena of the video, with our second boss, the Anaconda, it is quite a brutal boss overall, as it has not only multiple projectiles flying around all the time, but along with his little buddies that kind of fire these heat-seeking missiles at your player. But as we reached the end of the fight, honestly it wasn't too difficult as I didn't lose any health, and I get 2 armor plates to continue on. There's a few things I'm going to want to do before I leave the Gungeon proper. Now we have traveled to the Abbey of the Dragun, home of the undead ruler, Bullet King. Overall, this floor is kind of similar to the secret chamber Oubliette, but definitely much difficult. As I go through the rooms, you'll see various different enemies that will gradually get harder over time. The cage guys can be extremely annoying as they send heat-seeking missiles towards your direction as you have to dodge over 30 of them. As you may have been noticing, I've been picking up junk as I continue, as I have a junk pet, which is one of the many items that can come in handy. The junk pet is used to upgrade and help you, as it's able to attack and defend, and even block bullets. The more junk you collect, the more stronger it will be, so overall, it's just a very helpful item. And as you see it go on, you'll see it get stronger and stronger. As we enter this secret room, it's where there's a gun monster. If you give him 2 weapons, he will return 1 weapon. In this situation, I did not get very lucky.
Your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now.
Rarely do people ever go into the Old King ready. This fight is definitely one of the harder ones in the game, especially earlier on, to get quite lucky in order to win this fight if you have special weapons to go with it. The Old King has various attack moves, with his skulls being probably the most deadliest. Sadly, when hit with a red bullet, it takes a whole heart of health, which is not good.
Come on now. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Hone your skills.
As we enter the black powder mine, this floor is overall pretty simple and easy, with not too many secrets. The only direction you can go besides up is to the rat room, but we will not be doing that on this journey. I chose to take the quick route and go immediately against the cannon Balrog as soon as I met it. This was quickly a wrong decision, as the cannon is not an easy boss. I definitely made several mistakes over this boss fight, but overall he is low health. Avoiding him is crucial. I decided to keep on exploring the rest of the dungeon level, as overall it can give you tons of loot that might come in handy later. There is a chance of dying, of course, that can happen at any time, but if careful, you will be given rewards. So to finish out this floor here, I'm going around making sure I've checked all the chests and going to check on to see if I've completed the map, which will give us a reward. I'll also go in and check the store and eventually choose the APW. So moving on to Chamber 4 Hollow, the enemies get much more difficult and it gets much more tedious, as usually players get to this level and get stuck and can't get past it. But after enough tries and attempts, anyone can do it. With all the different types of enemies, it can really cause an issue when put together, so it's important to prioritize which enemies you shoot first. The magic helpers will help give health and strength to enemies, so make sure to focus on those, along with watching out for the ice blocks. Sometimes in the corner of the shop there will be a guy in the sewer who you can sell your guns to in order to get currency in exchange. I wanted to prepare myself for this boss, as the kill pillars are some of the hardest bosses to kill. Once again, it's important to dodge the red bullets, as those are cursed and do double health. It's important to use your blanks periodically, but also be very smart about using them. With my special guns such as the bees and my junk pet, it's helping me greatly in this fight, dealing damage. It is really important in this game to get a high DPS, as that's how you'll kill the fastest while taking the least amount of health. Coming into the final chamber, the Forge, it will show extreme difficult cases of rooms and enemies. Thankfully, with my junk upgraded high, it will help me out greatly. We come into the shop where we give in our last chances to get any extra items. So here I am back, preparing for the final fight. It's important to get as much health as possible along with blanks. Thankfully I have some ammo with my AWP. Should help me out a lot in this fight, along with my bees and my junk pet. But once again, you cannot beat any of these fights without doing them over and over again until you get them down. Took an early damage there, which was not great for me. These secret skulls can be really tricky when also dodging the machine gun bullets. It's hard to tell which bullets will be bouncing versus not. Overall, his various different attacks can be very hard to dodge. But once you get him down to low health, he'll enter second phase, which will be more of a dodging phase. This can be extremely tricky, but also easier for a lot of players. But in the final moments, you definitely don't want to lose under pressure. Definitely got very close here. It's definitely sweating. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed and got a little bit more interested in Enter the Gungeon. More videos should be coming soon. Pheasant out.